So question you write down now for increasing, decreasing. That was the question. Fx is equal to x power x. X is greater than 0. Find the interval where this function is increasing, where this function is decreasing. Fx is x power x. Find the interval where this function is increasing, where this function is decreasing. So first thing, we will be taking log on both sides, and then we will differentiate, and after that we'll think on the question. First we'll take this as y. Then when you take log of y, it come out to be x log of x. And now when you differentiate, it will come 1 by y, dy by dx will be x into 1 by x plus log of x. So in this case, now it will become dy by dx equal to x power x 1 plus log of x. We have to do complete discussion on x greater than 0 because domain is already mentioned in the question that x is greater than 0 we should think of. So for increasing, f dash x has to be greater than 0. Now when you have f dash x is greater than 0 means I should say x power x 1 plus log of x coming greater than 0. So x power x 1 plus log x greater than 0. Now x power x is already a positive number because question says x is positive in the question. So this is already a positive number, only this has to be greater than 0. I should say 1 plus log of x coming greater than 0. And now when you solve it, it will come out to be log of x greater than minus 1. Taking base e on both sides, then it comes x is greater than 1 by e. And it is already given that x you should take greater than 0, this side. And now 1 by e when I take, it will be 1 by 3 nearly, because it is 2.7, so it is nearly 3. So 1 by 3 means 0.3, nearly this is 1 by e coming somewhere here. Now it says x is greater than 1 by e. So what I should say, therefore fx is increasing on x belongs to 1 by e to infinity. Then we go for decreasing. For decreasing, f dash x has to be less than 0. That means this quantity has to be less than 0. This quantity has to be less than 0. This quantity has to be less than 0. This should be less than 0. And when you have this condition, what I should say, less than 1 by e, but it should be greater than 0 because above 0 we should have the result. So therefore what I should say, fx is decreasing on x belongs to 0 to 1 by e. That is the result. So 0 to 1 by e decreasing and 1 by e onward it's increasing. So this was the question. Certain question we have done on log now. Now we are coming on trigonometrical results. And as trigonometrical functions are periodic functions, so they will be, because after a certain interval they repeat, so they will be giving an interval in which we have to do the discussion, not the complete real number. In polynomial we have done complete real number. In this also x greater than 0 condition we have taken, but now we are having as a periodic function, so interval they will be mentioning in the question, and according to that we are going to do the question. First question write down please. Fx is equal to sine 3x. This is the function we have. Then in interval 0 to pi by 2, find out where this function is increasing, where this function is decreasing. fx is equal to sine 3x given in the question. Question is, in the interval 0 to pi by 2, we should find out which part this function increases, which part this function decreases. So again, we go on the derivative first. F dash x. When you go for f dash x, what the derivative comes? Sine's derivative will be cos 3x into 3. And now whenever trigonometrical question you start, first after doing derivative, we should come on the interval what is given in the question. So we should start with this way. We have x. What is x given? Between 0 and pi by 2. We have x is coming between 0 and pi by 2. And as you have x is between 0 and pi by 2, we are considering 3x here because the derivative have cos 3x. So if x is between 0 to pi by 2, where this angle will go? So this implies I should say when I multiply 3x 3 times to all, it will come 0 to 3 pi by 2. So we have x is between 0 to pi by 2. This implies 3x is coming between 0 and 3 pi by 2. So 0 to 3 pi by 2 means the interval goes like this. 0, this is pi by 2, pi, and this is 3 pi by 2. So 3x is going from this to this. And it is a cos function. When it is a cos function, derivative is a cos function. We are concerned with the derivative. It is positive or negative. So whenever cos function is there, we know that cos function is positive in first quadrant but negative in these two quadrants. So after writing this, now I'll divide this whole interval. 3x 0 se 3 pi by 2 hai. So we will take first the positive interval, then we'll take the negative interval. So I start with this way. When 3x is between 0 and pi by 2. When we have 3x is between 0 and pi by 2, at that time what you will say, 3 cos 3x will be a positive number. 3 cos 3x will be a positive number. Cos 3x I told you already, that is a positive number. So 3 cos 3x is a positive number. This is your f dash x. So I should say f dash x is coming greater than 0. And if f dash x is greater than 0, therefore what I should say, fx is increasing on x belongs to. And now we want x to be calculated. So when you want to calculate x, what it will come? Should divide it by 3. When you divide it by 3, what it will come? 0 to pi by 6. When 3x is between 0 to pi by 2, at the same time x will go between 0 and pi by 6. So we will say function is increasing on x belongs to 0 to pi by 6. Second part. When 3x is between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2. When we have 3x is between pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, what I should write here? 3 cos 3x. That will be a negative number. Here it is. And if it is negative means I should say f dash x is coming negative. And if f dash x is negative, therefore what I should say? Therefore what it is, fx is decreasing. So what I should say, therefore fx is decreasing on x belongs to. अगर ये decrease कर रहा है तो x निकाल सकते हैं, x belongs to. So divided by 3, it will be pi by 6. 2. Now it is divided by 3 again, so it will be pi by 2. So fx is decreasing between pi by 6 to pi by 2, and 0 to pi by 6 it was increasing. So two part you have 0 to pi by 6 and pi by 6 to pi by 2. So that was the total interval 0 to pi by 2. Out of that 0 to pi by 6 it was increasing, then pi by 6 to pi by 2 it is decreasing. So that way we have splitted the interval 0 to pi by 2 in increasing and decreasing part. This is the first question. One more question like this, please write down. Again, separate the interval 0 to pi by 2. Separate the interval 0 to pi by 2 for which the function fx is equal to sin power 4x plus cos power 4x is increasing or decreasing. Interval is 0 to pi by 2, fx is sin power 4x plus cos power 4x. Find out the interval where it is increasing, where it is decreasing. So again we go for derivative first, f dash x. And one more thing we should have, our aim is to convert the trigonometrical angle into a single term. Just like in the previous question, it was simply cos 3x or sin 3x. But here we have two terms are included. So better will be, we'll convert them into a single term. And if it is single, then it's easy to identify where it is positive and negative. So you can get that easily. So first we'll differentiate. So when you differentiate, f dash x is equal to, this will come out to be 4 sin cube x into cos x, then come out to be 4 cos cube x into minus of sin x. Then the common will be what? 4 common ले सकते हैं. Then we have common sin x and cos x. When you do this, it will come out to be sin square x minus cos square x. This again I'll take minus common here. It will come out to be cos square x minus sin square x. Then it come out to be minus 2 times 2 sin x cos x. And here it will come out to be cos square x minus sin square x. This is your sin 2x, this is cos 2x. So I got it what? Minus 2 sin 2x cos 2x. So it has converted into a single term, minus sin 4x. So you got a single term now. Minus sin 4x, that is the derivative we are getting. And now again we start with the interval. We have x is between 0 and pi by 2. Then we are concerned with 4x. So I take 4x. Comes out to be between 0 and 2 pi. 4x comes between 0 to 2 pi. Just check here, 0 to 2 pi. 0, pi by 2 pi, 3 pi by 2 and 2 pi. And we are concerned with sine. Sin 4x, so sin यहाँ plus होगा, 0 to 2 pi means this complete, and here it will be plus here sin, here also plus, here it is minus, here it is minus. So that means we should break this total interval 0 to 2 pi in two parts. One is from 0 to pi, another is from pi to 2 pi. So now we will proceed. When 4x is between 0 to pi, because there it is positive, then I should say sin 4x is a positive number. If sin 4x is a positive number, then clearly minus sin 4x will be negative. Sine 4x is a positive number, then minus sine 4x is coming negative. Minus sine 4x is what? Minus of, that is f dash x. Minus sine 4x was your f dash x, so minus of, that is f dash x is coming negative. First sine x 4x is positive, minus sine 4x is negative. Why we have taken minus sine 4x? Because f dash x is minus sine 4x. So minus sine 4x is coming negative. That means we will say this is f dash x is coming negative. And if f dash x is coming negative, what I should say, therefore fx is decreasing. On x belongs to. Now find out what is x. To get x, what you should do? Divide it by 4 again. When you divide it by 4, it will come out to be 0 to pi by 4. Is it right? So 0 to pi by 4, this function is decreasing. Now go for second part. Second part, when we take pi to 2 pi. So we start when 4x is between pi to 2 pi. Then I should say sine 4x is coming negative. Then minus sine 4x is clearly positive. If minus sine 4x is clearly positive, that means I should say f dash x is coming positive. Therefore, what I should say, fx is increasing on x belongs to. What is the x value here? Divided by 4 again, we should have pi by 4 to pi by 2. This is the increasing function. So 0 to pi by 2 now we have taken in 2 parts. 1, 0 to pi by 4 it was decreasing. Pi by 4 to pi by 2 it is increasing. Another important question, write down please. This is an NCERT problem and we got in board exam twice.